Hey guys, Kip from Famous by Friday Pickleball. Going to go through your comments this week. Excited about this. As always, haven't looked at them ahead of time. I like it that way. All right, let's go. All right. Very first comment comes from Robert Ramirez-K7Z. I don't think you've written me before. This is from the answers to comments from last week. Is the Selkirk SLK Fury 2.0 any good? It claims to be a foam core and has a built-in MOI tuning. Interesting. You know what? I haven't tried it at all, to be honest. Let me see. I don't think I even have one in my futures pile over there. I'll check it out. I'll see. Right now. I haven't checked it out at all. So let me get back to that because I haven't looked at it all. But I appreciate you writing. I don't think you've written me before. I really appreciate that. The next comment is on the Sins Ratty from 700. This was from this last Wednesday, I believe. This is from the Bodie for Life. Great review. I was wondering how the feedback through the paddle is. When you describe a paddle as so soft, are you able to tell if you have mishit the ball or is it just dead damp feeling? Is that perhaps why you had trouble feeling the velocity of the serves? It is... So the whole face is just, you're right, dead damp feel. It feels like a wet sponge almost. I mean, it really, it's the softest paddle as I've probably played with. Other than maybe the first original, like some of the, no, not necessarily the original, just foam paddle, the original quiet paddles, like from Diadem. I mean, the ball just sat there forever and ever. Amen. This paddle is a lot like that. It's just really, really soft. So yes, and maybe I go a little bit by sound as well, but I couldn't hear it and you couldn't feel it when you hit it. I was shocked the ball was coming off of there that fast. It is really, really soft. That's great comments. You're exactly right. It is very soft. And it's not just if you mishit it. It just has that feel across the board. Yeah. And I tend to hit it. My pattern's pretty tight, but it felt that way all the time. Great comment, man. You've written me before. I love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you. The next comment is on the Sins Ratty as well, the 700. It's from Tim Welch, 107. You've written me before. Love it, man. Thanks. Thanks for the review. With not having any extra structure on the handle, how are the vibrations coming off the paddle into your arm? I remember Gen 1 and Gen 2 had a lot of vibration before everyone started putting extra weight structure through the handles. Those are great comments. I would have liked to see him put just something down there to make it so if you hollow out the, oh, I didn't bring my new paddle out. Caroline, DW5YN. I haven't heard from you yet, so I can send this paddle out. So they didn't put any structure underneath this. It's just the structure is the frame of the grip. I'd like to see them put something in there to drag so as you can imagine, with no weight down here, all the weight is up here. I'd like to see them change that just a little bit. So that's what Tim's talking about here. It is just totally empty. There's no vibration off this paddle just because it's so incredibly soft. You feel like you're catching it with a pillow. I mean, there's just nothing. There's no vibration at all. And that goes back to the Bodie for Life's comment. You just don't feel it. You don't feel that. You don't feel the velocity. I like soft. I really like soft paddles, but it is really soft. It's not a bad paddle. It's just really, man, you are catching it and throwing it. It's going to appeal to a certain player that really likes that a lot. So that's great. Yeah, I think you're spot on though. I think if that was a hard paddle, if nothing down in the grip, you're right. It's going to feel like you're just hitting with a board. That is true. So, the next comment on the Engage X2 that came out Saturday. This is Paul N2844. I love it. I love it. So many of you write a lot, so I really appreciate it. But I love the first-time writers as well. Thank you, Kip, for reviewing the Engage paddle, first foam paddle from Engage. Now it's easy. Now it's not easy to make an outstanding paddle or a standout paddle. That is so true. especially with the Engage case, you really didn't do that much different. And then through a giant, what was it, 260, right? 260 US, threw a giant price on it. You've really got to do something different or do something way outside the box thinking. And it's really not. So that's absolutely right. It's hard to be better and different where there's already some that have already established in that area and people are already playing with. You better do something really, that's so true. You better do something crazy different and crazy good to be noticed now. That's true. And probably in everything, that's the way it is, but that's probably true. Great. Thanks, man. Love it. The next comment's on the Sens Ratty as well. Wow. Awesome. This is from Oliver _Pickleball. I don't think you've written me before either. I love it. I love this paddle and that I main it. The dwell time is how I shape the ball and it's crazy good. It took a bit to get used to. I would say it's more for advanced players. I think, yeah, I agree. I'll agree with that. I would love to know what sport you came from before, because it's almost like you really are just catching it and throwing it a little bit. So you're right, the ball just stays on there forever, and you can shape the ball. You can disguise your shots a little bit as well. So you're right, it has a place. So when I said it's going to appeal to some people, there you are. I love it. I would love to hear what sport you came from before. I bet you have just crazy soft hands anyway, and now you're just catching it and you're disguising. You're almost holding it on your paddle a little bit and then just throwing it to your spot. And you can do that with that paddle. And it's got a little bit of surprising velo. And yes, you do have to play with it a moment to get used to it. Yeah, that's great stuff. Yeah, that's really good stuff. Thank you for writing. You're a first-time writer, I believe, and I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the first time. I appreciate all of you. That's not sound bad. The next comment is on the CPX Hyper Plus that will live in infamy on my site forever, I think. This is from Shane Patterson-G8V. Oh boy, I had this paddle for a month now. It's the best paddle I've ever played with. I had all the Selkies, all the YOLO paddles, and bread and butter paddles, and the CPX Hyper Plus is my main one now. I got rid of all those paddles, but still like my Black Ace paddle, folks. The Black Ace paddle. I tell you, Katrina that hit in a lot of the videos with me right off and did so much, and my good friend, she played with those Black Ace paddles and loved them. She played with them, and then she played with, she liked those a lot. And it was hard for her to adjust to something new. This is a good deal for $150. I'm already about to order the lime green Hyper Plus. Hopefully it will come out with a 14. Yes, they did. And this, I think the CPX maybe the Hyper Plus is the 14 millimeter green. I might be telling you wrong, but they do have a 14 millimeter. It is in green, and it's the best paddle on the market right now. You better get one. Pickups to you. CPX will be buying their paddles from now on and nothing else. That's, you know what? It's a great paddle, great company. It's got game. It really does. It's a Brian Lescalet band. I butcher your name every time. I should just call you and say, how do you really pronounce that? 5334. He answered you. The CPX Hyper Plus in lime green is 14 millimeters, not 16 millimeters. Yes. I thought I had that right, but I wanted to make sure. So thank you for answering that. It's so good. It is really it's just an outstanding paddle. It's going to fit so many people. That's cool. I'm glad. And you're right, 150. We go back to that price point. I was talking about the Engage a little bit. It'd be at 260. Well, that's at 150, and it's a much better paddle. So, just you're exactly. Oh, you guys are right. It's beautiful. The next comment is on the answers to. Thank you for writing. You're spot on. At all the Selkirks and all the Yolas. Oh. We're always searching for the magic stick, right? We're searching for power and control, and we're searching for the magic stick. And as you get further along in the process of the sport a little bit, your needs change, and you become what kind of player kind of dictates what kind of paddle you want as well, and what you really need the paddle to do as you move along. So, I mean, I think we've all probably tried a lot of paddles, but as our game's gotten better, you know what paddle you want and what it does for you. That's why a lot of times in my reviews I say this paddle is going to fit this certain person, because it's not going to fit everyone. Talk about my game. I'm kind of a control freak on the pickleball court. I want to hit my spots. I want to move the players. I mean, if I want to hit it off the top of their left foot, I want to hit it off the top of their left foot over and over again. I don't want a flyer. I'll go back to golf. I don't want my 8-iron to go 175 every once in a while. That's not bragging. That's oh my gosh, I probably hurt somebody on the next tee box. I want it to go 130, 130, 130, 130, maybe if I jump on a little bit, 133, 135, or I can dial it back to maybe 120. I want it in that range, and I want to know the shape I'm going to put on it is the shape. I don't want chaos, and you find that out the further you go in the sport. So I think that's cool. You found a paddle that fits you. Bravo, I like it. The next comment is on the answers to comments from August 4th. This is from RC Herms. You've written me before too. I appreciate it. Thank you for the feedback on my prior comments. You gave me about the win. Oh, were you the one that wrote about the win? And the Tenon versus and the Quanta. I think that day I did probably 4 or 5 paddles. I play with them for a couple of weeks and then I do the filming, or some of those are just brand new during the filming. That there was one day, this has been a couple months ago, that it was just, gosh, it was wind. It was a 35-mile-an-hour gust. Whew. But, if you can play outside, you can play anywhere. The Tenon versus the Quanta. Yeah, I like the Quanta so much better. So, no, you know what? I appreciate you writing. I'm glad sometimes, I'm glad you saw the answers to that. So I appreciate that. This next comment is on the answers to comments from August 4th last week. You haven't written in a long time. Trump is a stump. The Ronbus Tenon is a power paddle. Played it side by side with the enhanced MPP Turbo, and it's significantly more powerful. The Tenon is also softer and more dense, and it plays like an all court at the kitchen. Really, the touch and feel is the best of both worlds. It's very good. I agree. I like the enhanced Turbo Hybrid. I like it a lot. And all the enhanced MPP turbos, they're all different sizes. They all play a little bit different. And I really like the hybrid version of that a lot. I don't know, maybe I said this wrong along the way, that the Ronbus Tenon is a bad paddle. I just think the Quanta is a little bit better for me. The Tenon's not a bad paddle. But if I was going out to play right now, I probably would not reach for it. But it's not bad. Softer and more dense. It is soft. It's a softer paddle. It does play well at the kitchen. I'll agree with that. Yeah. Yep. You haven't written me in a while. I'm glad you're back. Nice. Whoa, this comment is on from this comment's from a moment ago. The Kova Stratus pickleball paddle. I'm not sure if I can remember this well enough. This is from Albie209 Abel. Such a great looking edge guard. I almost wouldn't want to change the look. No, it's a pretty paddle. It is. I'm glad you asked a question I could comment on. The Kova Stratus. It's a great looking paddle. So they kind of went the other way, if I remember correctly. And oh my gosh, this is the problem with doing this live sometimes. It's a great looking paddle. They almost went the other direction with that. So some of the foam, we know when foam core paddles came out, they were ultimate chaos. The ball was flying everywhere. So some paddles went softer to get that energy to disperse a little bit out into the paddle instead of out with the ball. And like Kova went with it as just mega stiff with the surface, if I remember right. And that's how they controlled the ball a little bit more. So yeah, it has a totally different feel, or it has a different feel as far as foam core paddles. Just very, very stiff. That's great stuff, guys. Gosh, it's great stuff. The next comments on the Sens Rad 700 paddle. Again, this is 49 Dubs. You've written me before. Interesting Sens Ratty paddle with a dwell and then cool look. It is a good looking paddle. Thanks for reviewing these paddles that mainstream reviewers don't. You're welcome. Once again, I really, being a small startup myself, I haven't been there. It's hard to get the word out sometimes. So I really like to do the smaller company. I mean, everybody knows about the latest Selkirk release. We are Pickleball. You know, everybody knows about the latest Yola release. Those don't need as much promotion, you know, and it goes on down too, you know, like Paddle Tech 6. I mean, they're all out there. Franklin now. So there's these companies trying to find their way. We talked, one of the earlier comments was about being different and being better and finding a new path. Well, these companies are all trying that, and especially the startup companies, and I try and get the word out about them. So yeah, glad you're watching. Glad, love the comment. Very good. I like it. The next comment is from Marvelous Marv. Glad you're back, man. Marvelous Marv 1. This is from the answers to comments from last week. Great comments video and appreciate the reply. I was thinking about what paddle gives me that Gen 3 feel. Oh yeah, you wrote me about the Gen 3. So I've been doing some testing and been using the Gearbox GBX Power Hybrid. One of my favorite paddles. Love that paddle. Love it. Which in my opinion is the best Gen 3 out right now. After testing so many Gen 3s, my mission now is to find a foam core paddle that feels and gives me this Gen 3 confidence in play. At first I thought the Quanta R4 would be it, but because it does have the Gen 3 feel, a little hollow and chaotic at times with flyers, so not as controllable at the net with digs. Not controllable anywhere, yeah, it's true. It's the foam core curse. Well, it's all work in progress, but someone commented about the J2 CR and Thrive Ignite being close to that Gen 3 feel. Hope to give those two a try. The GBX Power just gives me so much confidence, and the feel is the best. Hoping to find full foam equivalent. Man, that's all good stuff. I love the Gearbox GBX Hybrid. Love it. Yeah, that's why okay, so I just talked about as you find your way in the sport, as you get better and better, your strike pattern gets tight. You're not wandering out around, you know, you find what does, and so you look at the pros. There's just not a lot of foam cores out there because they can provide their own power and they're hitting for spots. So the foam cores, they're catching up. They are very close. They're very close. Where it was just this giant range between Gen 3 and foam core. So now, you know, I feel like it's getting closer, but it's hard to beat that that precision, if you will. You know, I love it, man. I'm glad you're back. You were gone for a little while. The next comment is on the answers to comments from last week as well. This is Brian Lescalet, and gosh, I'm so sorry. I think I butcher your name every time. 5334. Entering the contest for the Selkirk Omni, but the CPX Hyper Plus is my number one. Man, that's CPX Hyper Plus. Bravo. Yeah, so that's a reminder. The August 4th comment from answers to comments video from last week. Leave a like, leave a comment, be a subscriber, and you are entered to win the Selkirk Omni, which I did not even bring over here. That's my fault this week, but you'll be entered to win the Selkirk Omni. I'll bring it next week. That will be given away on September 8th, and we'll get that paddle out and get it to someone deserving. And I love it. I love to give away paddles. You're playing with the CPX Hyper. Whew. It's better than the Selkirk Omni. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff, though. Thank you for writing again. Next comment is from the answers to comments from last week. I think this is the last new comment for this week. This is from Maddie Rutt 2922. Congrats, Caroline DWF5YN. I'm winning the paddle. Hopefully I can bag the Omni. You are entered to win the Omni for sure. Maddie Rat 2922. Caroline, let me know your address so I can get this bad boy out to you. And I will send you another message this week. You might not have seen it yet. So I will send that out and get this bad boy to you. And yes, the Omni will be given away September 8th. Just like I said, just go to the August 4th answers to comments video and be a subscriber, hit like, and just leave a comment. Leave a comment on anything like that. I mean, that's perfect. You don't have to, you don't have to come up with some great question or thought, not that that's great. That is great. But you don't have to, you don't, and then have to be on any specific paddle. Maybe just a paddle you're interested in, whether, whatever, or even the sport. Just talk about the sport. It doesn't, leave your comment, whatever. That is awesome, guys. That is it for this week. I really appreciate it. Those were awesome. I love it. I say this every week, but I wish we were all here in the same room and we could just bounce through this stuff and then go play. I think it's supposed to be 104 today or something like that. Or as far as the heat index, I think it's 104. Might have to bring some water. Just a little bit of water, a lot of water. And there was not much shade outside. But it'd be fun. You know what? We'd have fun. It'd be all right. So, all right, guys, get out and play this week. I hope it's all going well. I hope you're having a great week. Love the comments, guys. Love all of you that write all the time, and that every week I'm saying your name. I love that. I love it. And also the first time, I hope you continue watching, and I really appreciate your comments. I had a couple of new people this week, and I love that too. So I really appreciate it, guys. Hope you have a great week. This week, so I said last week there wasn't going to be a Wednesday video, and then I released a Wednesday video. I don't think there'll be one this week. But so we'll go to Saturday. So Saturday will be the Dadgum Legend. It's a square paddle almost. You may have seen that. We go back to online, but they are a startup company. It is their first paddle, the Dadgum Legend. What is super, super cool about that is they have these interchangeable like rubber weights, and they also have some heavier weights that just you can pop on and pop off as you play. It is very cool. So that will come out Saturday. I'm excited to review that. Hope you get to watch that. And you can check out the Engage video and the Sins Ratty video from this week. So I appreciate everything, guys. I love it. Love your comments, like I said. Get out and play. Hope you have a great week, and I'll be back soon. All right.